name is Jason. I'm here for Daily Dose of Hope Day 211. I'm a channeler, and yeah, welcome, welcome, welcome. Nice to see you, and nice to meet you. So yeah, so Daily Dose of Hope usually has three parts: a bit of a talk, a bit of a channeling, and a bit of a pocket of peace. And so, yeah, today I'd like to talk about the idea of lost in translation, because it was just something that popped up for me today. And before I do, just if this is your first time, a Daily Dose of Hope is just that. I was guided to do this from about February, to come on and to give a daily dose of hope, because the energies on our planet were starting to increase, and they will continue to increase, as you probably have noticed from everything that's going on the world stage. And so yes, and so I'm just here to kind of keep us on the neutral path, the middle path, not getting too caught up with all the stuff that's going on, seeing everything as a story that needs to play out, but understanding that we're not bodies. You know, we are inhabiting these bodies, but we're not bodies. We're like eternal souls. I mean, not like, but we are eternal souls. And we're just here having these experiences. But we are love, and we never leave love. So that's one of the main ideas. So, hey, Michael, howdy, howdy. Yeah, so I guess the one thing I wanted to talk about was just today, like humor in Japan. Not in Japan, but I'll start off by when I first came to Japan, I would go to movie theaters, and I would be watching a movie, and there would be this funny scene, and I would just burst out laughing, and I was the only person in the whole theater that was laughing, and I thought, oh, what's this is a tough crowd, like, that was really funny. And so I didn't really get it for a while, and people would kind of look at me like, what's wrong with that guy? Why is he laughing? And it's just like, it was funny. And they have a thing in Japan, they call it like American jokes. So, for example, there was the drama called Friends from the 90s, and there are a lot of jokes that don't translate into Japanese well. Like, it's just cultural jokes, like just word plays and things like that. And so no one gets it, but they can hear the laugh track, and they can understand that you're supposed to laugh there, but it's just like, American jokes, like no one understands them. And I just think it is a thing, because there's a lot of movies, and most of them come from America, so they just call it American jokes. And so it's just funny that a lot of these jokes, so they just don't get into the translation. It just doesn't translate. And it's comedy is a very interesting thing. It's a very difficult thing in that sense, because everyone approaches things differently. Like the way that communication is done, for example, in the States, at least when I was living there, was that people start by complaining, like, the weather, and my job, and all this. That's how you kind of create a connection. Whereas in Japan, it's the complete opposite. In, like, starting out by complaining is the worst way to, like, that's not in the culture, that's only for kind of more personal interactions. But if you try, and a lot of comedians might start that way, like, look at this, but it doesn't work that way. That doesn't open things, that closes things down here. And just how communication can be so complicated. Michael, you said we need to add a laugh track for your dad jokes. Yeah, right. Exactly. But they're American jokes, So that's that. Yeah, I guess that's about it. The other kind of intuitive hit that I was given, and I'm not quite sure the meaning of it quite yet, is that, oh, hey, Kioni, hey, is that Isis is falling. That's the intuitive hit that I was being given. I have this Isis pen that I got as a present, like as a souvenir from Egypt from a long time ago. I didn't go, but I got a souvenir, and it's just this Isis pen. It's really cool. I've never used it to write, but I just kind of put it up with my little Saraswati statue that I got from India, and they're just kind of hanging out. And But recently, the pen just keeps falling down. It keeps falling all the time for no reason. It's really interesting. And so I'm not sure why it's falling down, but and then I kind of I went into some guidance and I asked, and I just got that Isis is falling, and then I felt around me this darkness, this blackness, and I was just, all I could see is dark. It's just black. And then so I confirmed with my guides. I said, what the heck is this? And they said, it's a tunnel. This is you're in a tunnel. This is a very constricted tunnel. So as they've been talking about this, we're going through this kind of space. And this is, it's kind of, it looks really dark because it's a tunnel, there's not really a lot of light in the tunnel. And so, but I haven't put together exactly the reason why Isis is falling and what that means. I don't know what that means. So yeah. Hey, TTT Tracy. And Keone said, do you think you could channel Isis? Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know if she'll come through or not. I'm not sure if, yeah, yeah. I'd actually just like to kind of get some confirmation, some understanding about what that means, that Isis is falling, rather than going directly and talking to the source, I guess. But yeah, so those were the two things I wanted to share. Lost in translation and Isis is falling. I don't know what, I'm not sure if that refers to the archetype or if it refers to something else. So I don't know. But maybe you guys could help out with your psychic powers. And you guys could, in the comments, tell me what you think that means or what psychic hits you get. That would be very interesting. So I'm just going to go into a channeling and I'm just going to ask about that, like what's going on. And yeah, what's going on? So TT Tracy, so we're so lost in this dimension trying to sort out who's who. Yeah. I was just having a conversation about that last night with someone, and we're just talking about like how, yeah, it's going to be one of those great reveals, I think, where, wait, that person was this and this person was that and what? Ah. I think there's going to be a lot of plot twists, which will be very interesting. And I think it's good. It's good, keeps you on your toes. It's good to have plot twists. And yeah. So, yep, I'm going to go into channeling and oh, sorry, TTT Tracy, that's your interpretation of Isis falling. We're so lost in this dimension trying to sort out who's who. No, maybe that's it. Maybe that's part of it. Losing, not understanding who's who and what's what, right? I don't know. Interesting. All right, so I'm going to go into channeling and just ask, what's happening. So I did a little written channeling before about, Isis is falling, but I'm going to go into spoken channeling and see what they mean by that and what this tunnel is all about. Yeah, here we go. Greetings. We are that one that you know of as Mary Magdalene. We're here. And we're here with all of you, enjoying this pleasant time, a quiet time, you might say, in some places on your world, a quiet time. Whenever you close your eyes, that is always a quiet time. It's so important in these times that are not so quiet on the outside to close your eyes and experience the quiet on the inside. That is the only truth that truly exists. All of the other stuff on the outside is just projections. It's just excess information that's not necessary for you. The only thing that is necessary for you is this peace that is inside of you, understanding that that is what you are, and that is where you are, and that is where you always are. And that all of this static noise, this TV that's broadcasting all of these images outside of you is just a TV broadcasting images outside of you. But what is true is the peace that you are. You are the peace. And you are the peace. You are the missing piece. You are the missing piece to what this world needs. So in all of these situations, you are the missing piece. You fit into this situation and you make it work with your light. You create the light. You bring the light. You bring the peace. And the way to bring the peace is to bring it from the inside out. And in order to do that, you need to shut out those outside images and close your eyes and go inside. When you go inside, then you can create those images of peace on the outside. That is our advice to you. Now, what this being has been experiencing, Isis is falling, Isis is falling. Yes, there are many different ways of looking at this. And what we would say, though, on the surface level, is that Isis is falling in the sense that the world that you know of up until this point, the world paradigm that you have been living in up to this point, is falling. There's a veil that is about to fall. There's a veil that is about to fall on your planet. And when that veil falls, it will be as if Isis has fallen. The veil has fallen. And so we would say on the surface level, that is what this is about. But on a deeper level, this is also the veils of you and yourself, your connections with who you are. The veil between you and your creator is falling as well. And so that you are going to have a more personal connection with your guides and also with your source, with the creator, with the universe. The veil is falling, the veil is falling. And Isis is a representation of that veil. And many of you will be very shocked to see the world that you're living in once that veil falls. Some of you will not be, and some of you will be. But that is what is happening. The veil is falling. It has been in preparation for many years, you might say, and it's time, it's time, it's time. And that is what is happening, and that is the meaning behind this. Okay, that makes sense. The veil is falling. I guess, so in a sense, she represents the veil as well. Interesting. I never thought about that. So that is what one of the representations is the veil. And the veil could be like I'm getting really dizzy from this. Oh, there's some intense energy here. Wow. But yeah, so the veil is the veil that from what we see, what is real and what is not real. The veil is the Wizard of Oz, right? He has the curtain, right? And we think he's some sort of wizard, but he's just some guy who's able to trick us a bit. So I don't know, interesting stuff. I'm not sure. I've never really kind of gone down this path before on this channel, so it's interesting to see. I don't know where it goes. TTT Tracy say trying to prep for all the incoming fireworks. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. I had one of my friends from when I was younger, I'm not gonna get into that, sorry. Yeah. Anyway, I wrote this song when I was a kid, and yeah, I'm not gonna go. All right, never mind. So let's see. Michael, you say very cool message. Cheers, thanks. Yeah, interesting stuff. So the veil, right? The veil's falling. So let's celebrate, right? Let's celebrate. Let's. TTT Tracy says, "Why the dizziness? Me too. Really? Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, I'm feeling it. Still feeling a little bit, dizzy. Whew. All right. So yeah. So let's go into a pocket of peace. And this is a pocket of peace to send out the love, to send out the hope, to send out everything that we need. That the world is going through this veil. Everything is being unveiled, but we know who we are. We are the peace. We just close our eyes and look inside, and that's where it's there, and so we don't have to worry. We've got this thing. It's gonna be okay. And the veil falls, the veil doesn't fall. It's like we're the peace. We bring the love, we bring the hope. And so I'm sending this pocket of peace out, so everyone just remembers, yeah, we've got this thing. All we got to do is close our eyes, connect with love, connect with source, and just shine that light out. And then help anyone else who needs any help around us, As Brenda, you were saying, people were going crazy buying the toilet paper, just shining out that love to all those people that are just going into, monkey mind place. They're just going into fear, going into emotions, which are not very helpful. When the veil is falling, it's better to just kind of take a step back. If things get too intense for you, just close your eyes, do some meditation, look inside. This is a time for the light workers to shine our light out, and the light of peace. Yeah. So let's go into the pocket of peace. Here we go. All right. So I'd like you to imagine that you're in a very relaxed place. The place that makes you feel the most relaxed. It could be by the beach or by the river or even in your house. Somewhere that makes you feel relaxed. Just be there in that space. Yeah. And I'd like you to breathe in the light of unconditional love. It just comes into your room and it just clears out everything. All of that darkness, all of that stuff is gone. Because we are the love, and we just remember, oh, that's right. Yeah, we might see something outside of us, but we bring the love to this stuff. All right, yeah, okay, good. Now we're starting to feel the mist of unconditional love, and it's coming in, it's rising up inside of your heart, and it's just rising in your room, surrounding you in the most gentle way imaginable. You're surrounded by the light of unconditional love. And it reminds you that you are love. You are love. Unconditional. And you're loved unconditionally by your Creator. Ooh, and there's nothing you gotta do to get this love. There's nothing that you gotta say, do, have. You're just loved. You don't have to join any groups or do anything. You're just loved exactly as you are. Always. This love is with you all the time, before you were here, after you go, every second of the day, between every second of the day. This is your birthright. It's yours, because that's what you're made of. It's easy. It's simple. You are love. That's it. And then this love just expands out throughout your body and throughout your room. And so now the windows, the floors, the ceilings are love. Everything is covered with love, 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 love. All right, so we're shining out this love light out into the world, out into those spaces that seem to be in the shadows. And we just shine a flashlight of our love, shine the candlelight of our hearts into those spaces, and the shadows are gone. And this love now is spreading out throughout all the counties, the states, the towns, the prefectures, wherever you are. It's just spreading out. And it's just shining its love out into all those stories. So there's all those stories now of sadness, of fear, of regret, all those things, and they're all love now. These are all love stories. We've changed the script into a story of love. This is the story, an epic story of love, overcoming all obstacles, of love, bringing the hope and bringing the peace and bringing you to the place where you realize you've got this, you've got this, you've got this, you've got this. You can get through all of these things. You've got everything that you need. All you got to do at times is just kind of close your eyes and look inside, and you'll find the answers to all the different things that you need. And that's where we are right now. We're at the time where we need to just look inside and draw on that strength, draw on that inner strength, and understand that help is on its way, help is on its way, help is on its way, help is on its way. And you are such beautiful beings of light and love, shining your light out into this world, shining this light out at the speed of love, which is the fastest speed in the universe. And this love is going out throughout the mass consciousness. And so everyone who's in need at this moment, everyone's in need of a little bit of hope, a little bit of peace. They're getting it, they're feeling it. It's like a light breeze, and it just comes into wherever they are, and they think, you know what, I feel a little better now. Even though the world seems to be falling apart around me, I've got this. I've got this. I've got this. I know I'm going to make it through this no matter what. I have the light inside me. I'm going to make it through, and you're going to make it through, and we're all going to make it through because we've got the light with us, because we are the light. And all those stories of sadness, of anger, of fear are gone, are gone, are gone. All right. So there you go. That's Pocket of Peace for day 211. I hope you guys are hopeful, and hopefully I will see you all tomorrow. I will see you guys. I'll see Michael. I'll see you tomorrow, definitely. We've got our membership meeting tomorrow. If you're interested, the information's below, and I hope you guys are hopeful. Thank you, TTT Tracy and Michael and Keone for joining in, and everyone else for joining in as well. And yeah, so yeah, as they say, go beach. Anyway, so I hope you guys are hopeful, and ciao for now.